Today, we're going to be making a drop similar to the one in AC SLATER's and NOSTALGIX tune, Dangerous, coming at you.
Damn, you dangerous.
Yo, it's Thomas Anthony from FinishBetterMusic.com, where we believe great producers aren't born, they're trained. Now, every week on this channel, I upload a new tutorial where I show you exactly how to create a song similar to popular artists. So if that's something you're interested in, consider subscribing. Today, we're going to be recreating a drop similar to the one in AC SLATER and NOSTALGIX tune, Dangerous. AC SLATER is a legend when it comes to bass design. He always has such sexy, deep, and low and punchy low end. In this video, you're going to learn exactly how to create the bass from scratch using Serum, then we'll dive into the bass pattern, and finally, we'll recreate the drop from start to finish. I make these videos so that I can show you the why behind why I do things, and that way you can apply any of these techniques to your own songs. Now there's a link in the description below to download the Ableton project file along with the Serum bass preset. There's also a link down below to our free Finish Better Music sample packs, project files, and PDF guides. One of them being our release ready checklist, and this thing details the 3 most important things to get right before releasing your music. Now, if you do want to go deeper with me, consider checking out our music mentoring program at FinishBetterMusic.com. We've helped our students finish music that's gained hundreds of thousands of streams, been supported by artists such as Tiesto, Chammy, and Marshmello, and signed to major labels such as Confessions, Monster Cat, and Revealed Recordings. Now, there's a link in the description below where you can check out exactly what the program consists of, what our students have accomplished, and how to apply for a free feedback and strategy session. On that session, we meet for 1 hour via Zoom, and we'll take a look at one of your tracks, give you detailed feedback, and give you a plan of action on how to move forward to get your music to that next level. So if that's something you're interested in, consider checking out the link in the description. All right, let's get into the song, baby. So, AC SLATER and NOSTALGIX. AC SLATER is a legend in the UK kind of bass scene with his night bass stuff. Super duper OG. I've been loving his stuff for so long. Always such like intense but filling low bass, and just the groove of his tracks are super duper solid. He's definitely got away with his basses, and they sound like they just have that UK vibe to them. And teaming up with NOSTALGIX, who is an up-and-comer, and she's a badass producer, just really been killing it lately. So this song, let's just break down why this song is kind of badass. So first of all, it's in F minor, which is 4A. Which is a great key. It's got a really, really nice low bass line. If you look at lots of AC SLATER's tracks, they will be in F sharp because it's just one of the best basses. So this is going to have...
So dangerous.
Nah, you're dangerous.
Now it has remnants of the bass in there, dun dun dun, but it's kind of like a break beat.
Let's go, 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 go. Let's go, go, go.
Dun 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 dun.
Go, go, go.
Again, lots of percussion in the breakdown area. This is to keep the momentum going up the track and still teasing some of the bass line, so it becomes the listener's already ready for it when it does actually finally pop.
Damn, you dangerous. Dangerous.
So it's just very bouncy, very plucky bass combined with like a brown, 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 and then same stuff here. They just add some rides in over here. And what we're going to be looking today is that really bouncy, plucky bass, because I love this bass. So let's jump into it. And if any time through the video, if you're getting value of this, please hit the like button. It really helps the YouTube algorithm. Excuse me. And also, if you like videos like this and you want to tune in for new ones every week, hit subscribe. Okay, so first off is a kick. This kick is in F. It's a very low kick. Subby kind of kick, and then I combined it with these 2 claps, so it's typical 4 to the floor a kick pattern or drum pattern combined with this. So again, a middle one combined with a wide one to make it sound like this. And I've really dialed in the reverb on these things so that they sound nice and punchy. Now, they are using a different clap in this, but I tend to like this style of claps out like that. And then also just a little hi-hat loop. This is actually a hi-hat that I blended together and made, and I just made the correct settings on it, and I just made it into a loop for everybody. So boom, there's that. And then I just put a crash on here at the end. Just to make it all come together. Now, the bass that we are doing is going to be this one. I have bounced out an audio so that you can hear it. If you download this project, again, you can download it in the link in the description below, and it'll include the Serum patch along with all these samples that are in here. Now, there are some secret nifty things to go on about this, but I'm going to start from scratch, and we're going to delete everything here. So first off is I like to figure out what the rhythm is of the bass line. So first of all, it's in F, so I'm probably going to start with an F. So let's bring an F out here. Now I can clearly see that the F kind of starts or ends right there. And just like other songs that we made, especially tech housey songs, there is a little jump step kind of like right there. And if we listen to the original, it goes bump, ba dump, bump. And then there's another one right there. Boom. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Now, I have no idea what these notes are, but, and then the second part's pretty much rinse and repeat. So now that I got the melody down, or the rhythm down, again, I haven't, all it's going to sound like in Serum is this. I haven't even touched any sound. And we can hear that that's not necessarily the same. It doesn't sound the same. So this is where we get to go and see what's going on for melody-wise. Now, I always encourage people after you get the rhythm down, make your own melody because you don't want to be copying other people. But for this sake, we will copy this bad motherfuckers. So we can kind of see here, there's an F in there, there's a C in there. So let's just start playing around with things and just see what happens. So we got... because it goes bump, ba-dum, bump, 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 bump. So I think it will go up to here. And then maybe let's bring this up. I think that sounds good. And then one thing to note here too is that at the end of this bar, it switches up a bit. So it's actually... But if we listen to this in just slowing the line, it goes do, 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 do. So again, just simple notes on the beat. Do, 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 do. And then it's the same thing over again. Do, 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 do. I think that's right. Is that right? Do, do, do. Yeah, that's right. So basically the same as that. Now what we can do is finally go into the bass sound. So let's open up Serum. There's going to be some cool little tricks I'm going to show you in this mofo. So first up, we're going to go to basic shapes. We want just, oops, we're going to basic shapes.
So this guy hit me up on Tinder last night, and the first thing I did was check out his SoundCloud.
Not another shitty producer.
Yeah, you guessed it. His mixes were so unbalanced and weak.
Gross. He probably learned everything on YouTube. Such a turnoff.
Yeah, he had no idea how to compress his drums either.
I just wish more guys knew what they were doing in the studio.
Right? Guys who know exactly how much distortion to use. Oh, it turns me on so much.
It gets so wet when a guy can make a song that can keep me interested all the way to the end.
Oh my god, yes, there's nothing hotter than an interesting song and a mix that sounds good on every system.
And we want to just get a sine wave in here. We're going to drop it down 3 octaves, and I will continue playing this as I mess around with all these sounds. I just want this first part. That's not this. We need this one. Okay, so basically we have that on there. Now what we are going to do is we're going to turn on another oscillator. We're going to bring this down 2 octaves. We're actually going to turn this level off here, and we're going to make this a sine wave. Bring this back to basic shapes. There we go. Because we are going to turn this on to FM from B. There doesn't really matter about the phase of the band. But a big thing that will be important here is adjusting this parameter. So the first, what's it called? Envelope. So basically we're going to bring this down to 0 so it's a more plucky shape. I'll bring this about to 500 or so. And we can start dialing this in a little bit. Now we're also going to use this for the cutoff over here. So I am going to put this on here, and I'm going to press Shift and Option to click it over to one side, and then basically going to give it a little bit of drive. little bit of fatness. So that's sounding pretty tight. Now this next one, the next thing that we are going to do is we are going to go over to this envelope, and this one we're gonna drop this back down to 0%, and we'll bring this amount to 600 or so, around 600, and just maybe bring the attack up to like around 2.2 or so, and we're gonna bring this into here, and this is going to start creating some FM synthesis from B, but what we're going to do is just dial this back. And this gives us like our UK kind of style, like boom, 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 boom. Then from there, we're going to go over to the effects section, and all I'm going to do is put some distortion on it. Now, I've been messing around with this, and I enjoy the tape saturation one, and I just kind of move this over like that. And I put the drive up about halfway. And then I just dial it into taste. I just want a little bit of distortion, because without any distortion, it's just bringing up those upper harmonics. We just want a little bit of distortion in there. Now we want to dial that in as well. Now here are some nifty little tricks that I will show you to make this even better. But before we do that, I just want to tell you about our music mentoring program. It's at FinishBetterMusic.com. If you would like to sign up for help with your music, you can just go over, check out what our mentoring program is all about. You can see what the program consists of, how we go about it, and what our students have to say. And again, we're super transparent with everything. Like, I stand by my word, but this is the best product. I just give my all to this. You can hit up any of our former students and see exactly what they have to say. One of our former students is Kral. He's been a badass. He just released on Revealed Recordings, which is Hardwell's labels. Super huge milestone for him. We've also released a track together last month, and it has over 80,000 plays on Spotify alone. But you can go over to Finish Better Music, see what we're all about. And if you'd like to sign up for a free feedback and strategy session, go fill this form out. It's at FinishBetterMusic.com. Just click join program, and you can fill this information out. Once we get all this information, this will give us all the details we need to come up with a plan. We'll see exactly where you're at with your music, and we will figure out a plan for how to get you to that next level. So the call is completely for free. You sign up for a 1-hour call, and we will meet with you, give you detailed feedback on your music, show you exactly where it's falling short, what areas you need to work on, and then a plan to kind of get you to that next level. And from there, we can choose to work together. We can choose to work together or not. And again, with this program, this isn't for super duper beginners. This is for people who have just finished a song, but they just have no idea how to mix it, no idea how to make it more interesting. We don't start with very beginners, so like intermediate would be the level that we would start with, but definitely hit us up and we will give you some feedback regardless if you're intermediate or a beginner. We'll give you, like, point you in the right direction. And these calls fill up pretty fast, so definitely hit us up ASAP, because if we don't get back to you, that means the call's filled up, or if we can't get through to this, that means the call is filled up super duper fast. But yeah, we will this is super duper awesome. We want to give as much value on these calls as possible, and yeah, just fill us out and let us know. And then if you want to go a little bit deep with us, you can get over to our free stuff where we have free breakdowns, sample packs, and guides, and you can download those all for free. This guide is definitely check this guide out for the things you got to get right before releasing a movie. I wrote this about in the summertime, and it's about 14 pages long, but extremely detailed. All right, back to this thing. So, little secret sauce. So we're going to put some saturation on this bad boy over here. So that's already giving it some girth. But one little magic trick that I have found, this plugin that I love, it's called Carver, and it's basically a transient designer, but where it comes in really useful is for getting these dialed in plucks. Now you see these plucks that are like right here, that they have a very distinct like shape to them. Without this on, let's turn Carver on. So it's essentially like that, but it's kind of like a little bit rounder. But with Carver, we can dial this in to make it. And it really just shaves that pluckiness down, and it gives a nice full plucky effect. So this song now with this, with the drums, sounds like this. Now from here, with that, I would really start dialing in the attack and decay of everything. So and that honestly sounds really good to me. I'd probably bring it. There we go. And that's, we have it. That's the whole bass line. Now, again, you can download this project and this bass patch for free in the link in the description. And if you have any questions you want to hit me up with, just go over to my Instagram at @itsTomAnthony. I answer all my DMs. I reply to all my DMs. I usually just shoot you back a voice message because it's super quick on my end. And I also, every week, I have useful tips here on exactly like either doing related to music promotion or some mixing tips over on my Instagram. I also have all stuff about my music. And I just released a song last week and it has over 250,000 plays, which I'm super stoked about. It's called Wild. You can check it out. And then just some promotion on some of the tutorials that I have coming out. So if that's interesting to you, go over, follow me on Instagram. I'd really appreciate it. That'd be awesome. But yeah, also let me know in the comments down below what other songs you would like me to remake, because I'm on a tear of remaking these songs. And I love showing the ins and outs of these behind the scenes kind of remakes. So hit me up if you have any questions. Hope you got value from this. Again, if you want to take your music to the next level, FinishBetterMusic.com, join our mentoring program, and we will get you to that next level. Okay, until next time, peace.